Hello guys and gals, it is I, the Monster. It has been maybe little over 2 months now, close to 2 months, since I put out a video, and I decided to kind of break that finally. I've been incredibly busy. Eventually I'll talk about that stuff. But today I wanted to talk about something that has been bothering me. I want to know if other people out there share the same opinion as me. So, recently Sega announced that they're doing a brand new Sonic racing game. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, and the big hook of the game is that they're going to cross over with different IPs, different franchises. And I was a huge fan of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing back in 2010 or so from Sumo Digital. This game got me so excited. It was at such a dark period in Sega's past. You know, the Sonic IP was kind of all over the place. They didn't have much going on. And Sumo Digital came in and they made this awesome arcadey racing game. And it had all these classic Sega characters in it that I grew up with or I knew. And I remember the CG trailer played and I was just so excited. And Banjo-Kazooie was in it. We'll get to that. And this got me so into the Sega again and so happy that I actually ended up joining the old Sega message boards, the Sega forums, all of that stuff. We're going to tie all this together. So I know like people watch videos like this and they typically skip through them, but just let me cook for a little bit and I'll explain what's going on here. So I played this and I picked up Sega Superstars Tennis. This came out a little bit before that, and this is a cool game too. This has got the Sega characters, the crossovers, all that good stuff, right? And then Sumo Digital really set the bar high with Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform. They got rid of the Sega part. But I remember I got all these games on launch, and this one had Danica Patrick because they did a NASCAR thing, and Wreck-It Ralph before the movie came out. I know the Team Fortress 2 guys and a bunch of other characters are in it on different versions of the game, PC. So like these, you know, Sumo Digital for me set the bar very high. These are two of my favorite kart racers of all time. I would put these up against most Mario Karts. And so I used to post on the Sega forums all the time. We used to talk to Sumo Digital people, creators, whatever, directors, and they used to give us inside baseball and tell us how the Sega IP was a big reason why these games were doing well, you know? And then I just remember we did like a huge poll for the characters, and it was a whole thing, and I could talk about that another day. I was a part of that, believe it or not. You can believe whatever you want. In crafting that poll, it was a lot of work, and I never really got to talk about that. But I'm here because years later they did Team Sonic Racing. Now, if you'll notice, I don't have Team Sonic Racing. I love the Sonic character. I enjoy him. I think he's got awesome stuff. I watch the movies. I have a figurine of him. I got the amiibo. I even bought Sonic and Shadow Generations, the new one, like the redo of it, because I have the old one. You know, I did a review of it, I think, on this channel. But, you know, I am a fan of Sonic. But admittedly, you know, I grew up on a lot of Sega properties. So I'm in my mid-30s. I grew up playing the Genesis. I grew up playing the Game Gear. I grew up playing the Dreamcast later on. I never had a Saturn, but I respect and I love the Sega and the arcades. Like, I love these properties. And for me, you know, Team Sonic Racing didn't really align with what I wanted. So I just didn't pick it up. And I heard it was good, but it wasn't like amazing. I heard it like it hit okay numbers, like it did all right, but these two games did really well for them in a tough place. I tied this mumbo jumbo all together to ask the question here, and the question is it just me, or does it feel like Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is lacking Sega? Like, does it feel like we're missing something? Because when they showed this game off, first of all, the game looks awesome. Gameplay is a massive Sonic roster. The pre-order is a Werehog character. The deluxe is 3 Prime characters, right? Then they're like, oh, we're gonna show you, we're doing free DLC for this game. So right out the gate, they did Hatsune Miku, which means they probably made a deal with Yamaha. You have Joker from Persona 5. You have the dude from the new, you know, Yakuza Like a Dragon game. Like, these are big characters, right? And then there's 10 more slots. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Then they show off that they're doing a season pass, and the season pass is where they start to lose me. So the first pack is Minecraft. Understood, got it. It's a video game. It's like the most successful video game ever, or something like that. It's one of them. I get it, the movie. But then they're like, oh, we're also bringing in SpongeBob SquarePants with no voice acting. We're bringing in Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem versions, which that's a great film. and nothing's shown for that yet. And Avatar Legends, nothing's shown for that. And I'm like, okay, so they clearly have this deal with Paramount. They're clearly going for the big franchises. And again, there's no argument here. Like SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, even Avatar, they're going to sell more than a Sega character. It's just the truth at this point. They're just huge IPs. But, you know, I have to ask myself, I look at the last 2 slots and I go, well, what are we doing here? Are they going to do a Sonic movie one? Are they going to completely snub what they could do? Are they going to do a video game character like Pac-Man or Mega Man because of the Archie comics stuff? I don't know. And then there's 10 slots for the freebie DLC, and I'm just very concerned about the trajectory of this game. This is supposed to be the Sonic team working on this, and they did a beta, and they were very clear that they're trying to take the best of all of these games and give people what they want, because Team Sonic had weird feedback. Now, I've been saying this for years, and I'm going to say it here now. There will always be things like this, where this is an old one. So, you know, you'll always get Genesis collections. You always get ports of old games. People will always buy old stuff, especially if they grew up with it. And Sega's been doing this forever. So I always raise the argument that I think that the Sega characters have a right to be in these kinds of games. And I'm just concerned. I'm wondering, like, where is the Sega stuff? Like, you know, again, I see these 3 characters and it's exciting. But for me personally, if I'm somebody on this team and I'm trying to get people of all ages, of all variety into this franchise and say, yo, we're going in with our biggest guns, I would have started that roster with like the II or Beat or Ulala or Gilius. Again, these aren't, I'm not here to tell you that these characters are going to sell like 1 million copies of the game, but man, it would have been a better goodwill towards your audience. Or you do something crazy like the legendary Rystar or Vectorman debate, or you do a Streets of Rage character, you know? I just feel like it's weird, you know? If I want to play a Nickelodeon kart racer, and I'm sorry I'm stealing my friend's quote here, apologies, I would have, oh wait, I did. I picked up Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3, and this game's not great. Amazing roster, though, if you ever check it out. And getting the Ninja Turtles in this game is ridiculous. But yeah, they have their own racing game, right? And I bought the Cowabunga collection, so I love these franchises. I'm not here to poop on this stuff. I'm just saying, it feels like they're kind of pulling the rug out, you know? And I really, really want to support this game, but they're kind of losing me right now. And I'm worried about it. I really hope that those last 10 slots are all Sega guys, classic, newer, whatever, maybe. Or like there's something going on with this DLC pack. Because by the end of this game, there's going to be like, what, 50-something characters in it? And again, it looks really good. I am just a little concerned because it doesn't feel like they're going for people like me. And that's a real shame because these are, I'm sorry, some of the best kart racing games ever made, and I still hold very big memories of them. And I really wish that they would reflect some stuff. You know, it was just such a love letter to Sega. And I remember back in the day, they had a lot of problems kind of branching out of the Sonic zone, so to speak. And now you have Sonic, Yakuza, Persona. You've got these big franchises now. So I just wish that they'd kind of go and lean a little more into their nostalgic past. You know, tell me though, if you agree with me, am I going crazy? Am I finally having my boomer moment? Is this it? Is this my boomer moment? Maybe it is. But I want to know it, because I just feel like there needs to be a little more classic Sega love in this game. There's something off about it. Like, you're making a crossover Sonic racing game. The vehicles transform. You know, you made this like a big thing, and now I'm not seeing any of that love, bro. Like, I want to see that, because that's the stuff that's going to pull a guy like me into the game. And I see all these Sonic creators. I'm not trying to throw daggers here, but none of them seem to even mention Sega. I'll watch roster videos, and I'll watch opinion pieces, and not a single one of them is talking about it. And some of these dudes, these guys and gals, are around my age. You never played a Genesis? I don't know. You never played any of this old stuff? I just think it's weird. Dreamcast? Just think it's weird, man. So anyways, tell me down below, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Again, I know it's not that serious, but I just think it's weird. I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed right now. So anyways, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do whatever you got to do. And I appreciate you guys. And yeah, are you excited about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds or what? You know? I don't know. All right, peace.